we are going to record the dynamic warm-up. So the first exercise is going to be goblet squats. So you squat down, elbows, arms straight in front of you, then the elbows go in between the knees, rocking side to side, using the elbows to drive the knees apart and pry the hips open so you can sink deeper and deeper into the squat. You want to make sure you exhale completely at the bottom to get a full range of motion. And look at that rocking. That's going to open up the adductors in the groin. Now he's going to rock side to side, and he's going to slowly work his way, watching the feet, into a Cossack, where all the weight's on one side, and then the other, the leg straightens, toe is up to the sky. This is going to loosen up the hips and the hamstrings and the adductors. You should feel a really good stretch in the hamstrings and the adductors doing this movement. Now he's going to go into the frog squat, where you swoop your chest down to the ground and drive it forward as you use your glutes to push those hips into the ground. And then he's going to swoop back. Chest to the ground, swoop up. This again is going to pry those hips open even more. We're also going to get some hip flexor loosening as well. And now we are doing the frog squat with a hip internal rotation. You'll notice he's internally rotating that knee, and which makes the foot actually rotate outwards. And then he's using his glute to really drive that hip into the ground and open up that hip flexor. So you're really squeezing the glute and really driving that hip down into the ground to open up that hip flexor and rotating that foot outwards, which is internal hip rotation. Now we're going to do a hip flexor mobility drill. Again, driving with the glutes, getting that hip into a nice elongated position, and opening up those hip flexors. Now he'll go to the other side. Okay, from the hip flexor, we're going to do a standing hamstring. Toes pulled up to the sky, back flat, pushing the hip backwards. Just like the RDL, he's maintaining a neutral position and focusing more on pushing the hip back than on the depth of the movement. On the next rep, Coach Laporte, reach your hands down the front of your thigh so we can see how low the range of motion is, or how small it is. He's just getting to the top of his kneecap. If you're doing this properly, you should not be able to touch your toes. That's not the goal. You should feel a really good stretch in the hamstrings though. Now he's doing a calf stretch. This is in the mountain climber or half push-up position. Straightening that leg out, driving the heel towards the ground, loosening up the calf.
Yeah, we were tangled up and I let him go. And I was doing this and he fucking hit me in my rib.
And how many sets and reps do you normally do of everything?
Depends on your age. I would say as many reps as your age. So the older the individual, the more reps you should do.
That's a lot of reps.
It's a lot of reps.
Okay, that's good advice, Coach.